Dr. Shalundia Bell. Tune in to get your prescription for kingdom living from the doctor. Join us now.
Welcome to another episode of Kingdom Talk. Well, you guys, I'm excited this evening. I have an awesome guest here with Kingdom Talk. I know you all know I'm Dr. Shalundia Bell. I'm here, your hostess with the most this evening, to introduce our greatest speaker. Her name is Miss Keisha Jeffries Jamar. And we're going to share some great information with you all, because I know this last few years, this last year, 2020, has been very trying for a lot of us, right? And a lot of us has overcome a lot of obstacles. So what we're going to do this evening, we're going to share some great information with you, because we don't want you to miss this opportunity, because she have gone through a lot of things. I know people say, well, how are you going to tell me? And she has gone through a lot of obstacles this past few years, and she's going to share with you some great tips on how she became an overcomer, how she began to overcome a lot of those things. So she's going to get down to the nuts and bolts and get very personal with you all, because I want you to understand that you are not alone. Each and every one of us have our trials and tribulations. Some of us just may handle them differently, but she's going to come on and she's going to share her great testimony with you all. So I want to introduce to some and present to others. Miss Keisha, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I am awesome.
Great. Thank you for asking. Well, thank you for having me tonight on your show, Dr. Shalundia. And it's just an honor to be able to share one of my stories with everyone tonight. So I just basically know my life has been always challenging. Nothing has come easy for me. And I truly have accepted that. I will speak on something more current that's been a challenge for me. Back in 2020, once the pandemic hit, some of us were furloughed or laid off from work. And I was just used to going to work. I was familiar with going to work. I was just only used to going to work. I was the type of person, hey, I didn't have a work-life balance. It was about working, making that happen. So with that being said, once the pandemic hit, I was like, oh, okay, it's okay for a moment. And then I started thinking like, hey, I know about being unemployed, because I've done that.
Right.
And I've made the best out of it, but unemployed and not able to go anywhere.
Yes.
That was very trying for me, very challenging in a lot of areas, very emotional, very realistic. And then I just wanted to see, like, what am I able to do? What am I able to do to be able to connect, still give my input on life, and just continue to be stimulated positively,
right,
on top of understanding what we all are going through. Studying as an esthetician, 4 things that we had to learn was bacteria, germs, viruses, and parasites. So keep in mind, I understood what the virus was. I was watching it before it even became to United States. So I was familiar with that, being a licensed esthetician. But
Right.
however, through this journey that I'm sharing with you, what part of one of my journeys, um, as time went on, we were still unemployed, dealing with the unemployment, challenges for is trying to sign up. That was drama for me as well. I wasn't able to go online. I had to go through the old school way, call up, hey,
Right.
having them to give me a call back. But however, it happened for me, thankfully. So as time went on, my health was rapidly declining. I
Yes.
knew I had some health challenges, and one of my doctors and I were doing the laundry list on what are you going to do first. So as anyone would know, when you're working, it's like, how can you take off to do this doctor's appointment? How
Right.
can you take off to go do your therapy? How can you take off to do this test?
Right.
When you needed to be at work. However, in the midst of that, the company that I was employed with at the time was getting ready to lay off.
Mm.
Lay off.
Right.
So, and I know that comes with the territory of being employed, working with a business, because once again I was a business manager too, so I understood the nature of it. So keep in mind, I wanted to be in that number. I
Right.
really wanted to be in that number. I wanted them to give me my package. I wanted them to tell me good luck to you and farewell, because and you probably say, well, why are you saying that? Like, most people want to go back to work. First you said you love working, you love going to work. Yes, true, but I love me. And I
Right.
had to really take hold of, loving me and taking care of me, because once again, my health was rapidly declining.
Right.
And I just wanted to be able to say, hey, focus on your health. I kept hearing the higher power saying you need to focus on your health. But I was like, how? Because
Right.
they may call me back.
Right.
You
So
know,
let
the
me ask you a question there, right there. So you guys, right quick, I want you to go ahead and share this out. If you know someone that may have been furloughed, might have been laid off from their job because of whatever the situation may have been, it could have been due to COVID and it may not have been due to COVID. But I need you to share this out because I want each and every one of you all to know that you're not alone in these times, because there are a lot of us that have faced different challenges, but we didn't let it overcome us, because things may come, but you don't have to let them overcome. And that's when you have a higher power. You have that source, the one that can actually come and help you relate and get through these processes. Because a lot of times it's not easy. People had their kids at home that wasn't used to their kids being at home all day, right?
Mhm.
You know, so it's like it
True.
was a big adjustment for a
Yes.
lot of people, having to adjust their households, having to adjust their living, had to adjust their attitudes and their personalities. Because now you got a house full of people that you
Hmm.
normally would not have in your house. Like, man, I used to like you, but I don't like y'all no more. Like, like I need to breathe. I need
Right.
a break. So you
Yeah.
got a lot of these changes going on in your
Sure.
mindset. You got to
Hmm.
shift. You got to do a lot of shifting. So that's what Miss Keisha is here, and she's also a skincare specialist in her profession as well, because she was a manager at a different employer, but she also is an entrepreneur. So she managed to
Hmm.
juggle both of those things in the process. And it's good, like I tell people all the time, it's good to have a backup system, even
True.
especially if you're employed with someone, because you just never know when they decide to say bye,
Hmm.
adios, see you later. And it's out of your control. It's no longer your
Right.
control, it's in their hands. Why? Because you are working for them. So it's
Correct.
good that she had a backup system in like when they decide to send her home. Okay, now what can I do? So I want her to continue her story, but I want to give you a gist of the story. And to remember to go ahead and share this out. Like this broadcast, love it, and share it out to some people that you may think that may need the encouragement. Because as she continues with her story, she's definitely going to encourage some of you to let you know to not give up, because things are gonna come. But again, like I said, they don't have to overcome. So okay, Keisha, you can go ahead and finish it out.
Okay, perfect. So with that being said, I was, informed that the company was going to give me a call back. Once again, I was like, I don't want to go back, but
Right,
I do want to go back, if that
right,
makes sense, right? So I'm just here being with that challenge. didn't want to complain. I wanted to know how to face it head on. I wanted to stay positive, but it was realistic. And things of that nature. So I didn't know what to do. Shalandi, I did not know what to do when that phone call was going to come to me, because I was told they calling you coming back, and hey,
Right.
I know I was a trendsetter. I know I was a game player. I know I knew how to make it happen there, and I appreciate that. But at this point, I just needed to be not there, because I needed to take care of Keisha,
Right.
health wise, wellness wise. However, so one day I was on the phone speaking to my mother about it, and I was, saying the things that I just shared with you. And, my mother just was like, Keisha, you can't go back.
Right.
And I was like, okay. And it was an emotional moment for me and her, for me as well as her, because I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that. And I know my mother has my best interest,
Right.
and it was a intimate moment. It was genuine. And I just was like, Mama, thank you. I thank God for placing that in you to tell me, because I was preparing to go, but I was dreading to go.
Right.
And she was saying, you don't need to go back due to your health. She
Right.
said, the things that you have been sharing with me, for is the pain level, the medication that you're consuming on a daily to day basis just to make it.
Right.
You as my child, my daughter, and the belief my mother has as a herbalist and a health food guru and
Yes.
things of
Yes.
that nature. Right. She was like, I would be doing you disjustice if I did not say this to you. And hey, that was a remarkable moment for me. I mean, I'm always ever grateful for that,
Right.
for her to give me my flowers. That's
Right.
how I seen it. You gave me my flowers. So when that time came, I was able to execute that conversation. So communication is important to be able to know how to overcome an obstacle, that challenge that's in your life, because that was my holdup. Like, how am I going to communicate to these people saying, I don't want to come back to y'all business?
I can't go back.
So with that being said, I was able to do it. And it was, when I did it to the employer, it was respected. It
Yes.
was truly respected. It was, um, it was valued, you
Yes.
know. Yeah,
Yes.
they knew it was realistic,
Yes.
So after that, I started feeling better. Now I can start focusing on the other goals that I had at hand, for is, hey, let's go to therapy. Hey, let's go to this doctor. Let's go see what's going on with you, because I'm the type of person, I just give out, and don't know how to give back to myself. So at this stage in my life, Dr. Bell, Dr. Shalandia, my good friend, I'm just putting back into me.
Right.
And I know God is blessing me with people like you in my circle, and other important people that I could say, share with, that's putting back in me, letting me know they care about me, they
Right.
love me, and they want to see me better,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So one hand washes the other, iron sharpens iron. So yes, thank you.
Yes. Yes.
So
Awesome. That's awesome. And I'm glad you said that, because just listening to your testimony on the things that you've gone through over the last
mhm,
year and a half, it seems as though it's like God has really placed you in a place now where you need to look after you, because like yourself, when you're like a caregiver or you're a servant, you always giving into others, right? But
mhm,
a lot of times you don't have those people around you to give back into you. So you
right,
end up being depleted. It's like, okay, you're like, okay, like it's gone. Like, okay, what can I do for restoration? You need to be restored, right? Spiritually,
absolutely,
mentally, everything, psychologically, everything just needs to be restored, because it's so easy for us to fall off. And you don't need anything like, look, there's enough things going on now. You don't need to add to it, basically.
right,
So by them furloughing you and giving your papers, it was really a blessing to you physically, and emotionally, because now you're able to take care of yourself. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
times, until we get pushed back, and sometimes your back have to get pushed against the wall before we realize, okay, now I need to take care of me. Look, there's no other options about it. I need to take care of me, because we
Yeah.
put ourselves on the bottom. We put ourselves on the bottom. Like,
Right.
that's a good thing that you made a decision to go ahead and start taking care of your health. You decided, because remember, if you're employed, if you're in a job, if you asking to be excused every other week or something, they look like, what is wrong with her? Like, every time I look around, you want to be off. That's one of the
Mm-hmm.
disadvantages of being on a 9 to 5. Like, especially if you got health issues, it's so
True.
hard to be off and go to your doctor appointment. So it's like it
Right.
all just worked out for your good. So now
Right.
you're able to get the health care you need. You're able to get the assistance you need with your health. So now you can be a better Keisha. And now
That's
you
right.
already had got your license in New York. Oh yeah, I forgot she's in New York, you guys. She's in Brooklyn, New York. So she's a licensed esthetician in Brooklyn, New York. And so now you're able to utilize that on your own time, because when you're
Mm-hmm.
self-employed, you can work according to your own schedule, and you can
Right.
adjust your life according to your schedule. And it's hard to do that when you're employed by someone else. So that's exciting. That's good news that you did have your
Yeah.
mom in your corner, because a lot of times, a lot of people does not have their moms. So that's good
Mm-hmm.
that you did have your mom readily available to even to give you that wisdom, because when
Right.
moms having their wisdom, and they had that knowledge to help them kids, like, look, I don't think you need to do that. That's a no. So that was good that she was able to guide you, give you that
She
guidance
definitely
that you need.
did. Yes, definitely did. And I'm thankful that I listened.
Yes,
I was obedient to what she said to me, because she could have given it. She gave it to me, and I could have just said, well,
you want to do what you
mama
want.
don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go
Right.
back to work. And keep in mind, I was a worker, a workaholic. Like, I
Yes.
ran I ran a cosmetic brand. So I
Right.
believed in what I was doing,
Right.
making that number, making that production move. So um that was something I had to really, like, pull back and see, like, what's more important, you or that place.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I know when you said
Hmm.
you was working for a company, so what did you actually do? I know you're a licensed esthetician, and
Hmm.
I know you specialize in skincare, right? You're a skincare.
Correct.
You can see how
Right.
beautiful her skin is, you guys. Her skin just glowing. Look at her just glowing, and I love her eyelashes. I always tell her. I always
Thank
call her
you.
Betty Boop. Look at Betty Boop. She been wearing those eyelashes, y'all, before people start wearing those eyelashes.
That's right.
Those eyelashes for a long, long, long time. I always call her
Hmm.
Betty Boop. I just love how they look on it. She just always
Thank
fixes
you.
stuff up so beautiful. She's just so pretty, so pretty. I said so pretty, and yeah, I'm just excited to even have her
Hmm.
on here to share her story, because I want each and every one of you all to share this out too, because someone else may be going through something and may not understand that you are an overcomer and you can get through this. Even though it may look like it's tight, but God got your back. You got an overseer.
Hmm.
You got a source that can oversee any trial and tribulation that you may be going through right now. And that's the thing
Hmm.
about it. She resorted to the source at hand, and she prayed about her situation. She was like, God, I know it has to be a better way. And it all worked out for her good. That's one thing.
Definitely.
With everything that she endured, it all worked out for her good. So by her being a skincare specialist, she's able to now work her own business and then bring that to life, because sometimes we'll put ourselves on the back burner with our physical health, even our businesses and our dreams. We'll put our dreams on hold and we'll go and build someone else's dreams. And so
Hmm.
that's what she had began to do. She had started putting her dreams on hold, and
Hmm.
she began to start building others' dreams. And God, like, no, 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 no. I don't need you to forget what I put in you, because there is a
Absolutely.
purpose that He has placed in you to fulfill the dreams and the goals that He has set before you. So now we got to replan things. We got to reset. It's time for to do a
Hmm.
reset. And so I'm just glad that you decided to do some changes, make some changes. And let me
Yes.
also ask you this. Even though you was faced with those changes, what were some things that you did? Could you share with the people what were some things that you utilized to help you get back on track and to stay focused?
Okay, as far as just different tips or different,
Yeah,
okay.
tips.
So, well, I have several tips that I
Right.
will, but one of the main things I feel like anybody can grasp once you change your mindset is just to stay positive.
Yes,
Stay
yes,
positive. Um, face 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 it head on
yes,
and be realistic. Um, And one thing I don't believe in, and don't, you know, don't try to be like other people. Or
Right. That's good.
outdo
That's
other people.
yes.
And you were asking me earlier, so those are a few of my tips, but I want to iterate something. You were asking me earlier, what did I used to do when I was formed? So keep in mind, I was a cosmetic business manager.
Okay.
So being a licensed esthetician and being the cosmetic manager, it went hand in hand.
Yeah.
Actually, the cosmetic brand that I was operating and running, it was they consider that your business. So
Okay.
it still gave me the opportunity to still have that entrepreneur mindset,
Right.
because you benefited from your revenues and your sales of your business, as
Okay.
well as I was still in the vein of aesthetics.
Right. Right.
So um so basically, I still was in the, like I said, in the vein
Hmm.
of the aesthetic. So I was still being built, but I
Right.
was being built in a way that somebody else,
Was in control.
in control, definitely in control, but
Hmm.
I was still being able to be compensated, because as an entrepreneur, the first thing you're thinking about is how I'm going to get that next paycheck, or how I'm
Hmm.
gonna get paid, or when I'm gonna
Right.
get paid,
Right.
especially when you're used to, looking for a paycheck. So
Right.
that entrepreneur mindset has to totally change. So on one hand, you were receiving that in that atmosphere, but on the other hand, you were still being compensated. But in order for you to see your growth, you
Yeah.
have to really hit it and hustle. So I want to give that credit there, because
Okay.
it was still given. That was a stepping stone. Let's just say that
Right.
that was one of
Right.
my stepping stones, and I'm totally thankful for that stepping stone. It's
Great.
just, as we know, that season became up. That season was up. Um, Good
And I
evening.
and I
Yeah,
can say this, that that was a stepping stone, but it also helped develop your skill set. Because
definitely.
when you've been a new licensed esthetician, you was able to develop that skill set on their watch.
Oh, wow. Definitely
That was
customer.
good. Yeah.
Yes, definitely
Yeah.
good customer, professionalism. It just definitely changed my mindset in that skill set. It polished me for my leadership skills, because
Right.
of me being a manager and had to
Yeah.
be overseer. So it definitely, what you're saying, it gave me a lot of opportunities, and I'm
Right.
always ever grateful for. But at this point, at this point, I just want to say, the tips are overcoming obstacles. Just stay positive.
Mm.
Know that it's life, and
Yes.
life is not to hurt you, but it's to better you.
Yes.
It's just how you look at it.
Yes.
Um, I can say I'm not as an emotional person. Not saying I won't. I'm not sensitive, because I will cry. We can start crying right now if I have to.
Well, need
But
to cry right now.
right, no, we too cute right now. We don't want to be, mess our makeup up. But however,
We can though.
um,
You're right.
hmm,
We can though.
yes,
Yes.
exactly. So that it gave me the opportunity to really tap into my emotional side
Good.
of understanding and seeing where I'm at and what's going on at this stage and this season in my life. Because I will say this, at one point I thought, I was thinking like, hey God, what happened? You forgot
Right.
about me? You
Right.
know,
Right.
yeah, sometimes you think like that, like, hey, what happened? You forgot about me? But
We've all been there. We've all been there when you feel like you left alone and you're on an island by yourself when everything
mhm,
seems to be coming against you. Yeah. So that's and I mean that's a very good question. Okay, God, what happened? Like what's going on? But He's always there to help build you.
always.
And everything that we've gone through, it's like when you look back, you're looking like, wow,
Yeah.
my God is awesome. Even though I went
Mhm.
through that, He brought me through that.
He brought me
So
through it.
He'll show you every time, I got you. I got
Yeah.
but at the time, we in that situation, we're not feeling good about ourselves.
Uh-huh.
We're trying to find ourselves, and
Definitely.
everything is coming against you. Now you're like, okay, God, where you at? Where you at? Okay, what's going on?
Right. My thing is, God, I got this. I can do it.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
can do. I got it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna
You feel
bother
like
you.
you're in control.
I,
Yeah.
yeah, I ain't gonna bother you today. You know what? You show me what to do. I'm gonna just leave.
Right.
I'm gonna
Right.
leave this alone. He's like, girl, come on now.
Right. Like you know you need some help. He got you though. He got you. And I know
Yes,
that's one of the things that he taught me in this whole
mhm,
overcoming obstacles thing is don't complain. Yeah, don't
definitely.
complain. It's so easy to complain. Oh my gosh, it's so easy to complain.
Hmm,
It's so
hmm.
easy to accuse others like it's your fault.
Right,
You.
right.
So it's
Hmm.
so easy to do that to ourselves, but God got us. You know, like that old song on a lot of people, old traditional songs, like I won't complain.
I
Uh,
won't
ever heard
complain.
that before? Yes,
Yes.
I won't complain. You know, when you look back and you think of things that He brought you from and brought you
Hmm,
over, you look like, you know what, God, okay, it could have been worse. And as I
hmm.
listen to your testimony and I have heard other people, because by me coaching, I hear a lot of stories all the time, and I'm looking like, God, what I'm going through is nothing. Okay, it's nothing. There are a
Hmm.
lot of people in the world that are going through far worse than I'm encountering. And so I just need to be just thankful. Like I tell people, I'm just grateful. And I'm
Right.
just thankful for everything that I may have gone through because there is a reason. And like one of my mantras is your pain has purpose.
That's
Don't
right.
waste your pain. Everything that you may have endured, it wasn't for you, it was for someone else. So now you can come and help bring someone else out. And that's why Miss Keisha is here this evening to share her testimony, to
Right.
share with some things, because I understand there are a lot of people that may have been furloughed. You may have been laid off, but just know that God got your back. Look, He
Definitely.
got you, and just be patient. Don't complain. Face it head on. Just
Face
face
it
it
head
head
on.
on. That's it. That's
Break
enough.
break it down. Always keep your mind, keep an open mind. It's an end objective. Um, Understand sometimes the bigger the obstacles, um, it makes you better as just a
Right,
better person. Just,
right.
it's it and if it's too big, just break it down to become smaller. Just to
Right.
be smaller, to make it make sense for you. Like my daughter would say, it has to make sense.
Make it make
And
sense. Right.
and one thing we all have been given is common sense. Now
Yeah.
it's up to us to know how to activate
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
and apply it in your life. So yes, let
Yeah.
it make it make sense. You know what? We're gonna make it. We all gonna make it.
Right.
One way, one how, we will make it. So
Exactly. So I'm
but
just I'm just glad that you actually even decided to come and share your testimony. Is there anything else you want to share? Like I think you were gonna
sure, sure. So at this point, I'm still dealing with challenges. I'm still dealing with obstacles.
say
Like I said in the beginning, I know that's a part of my life,
right,
and I've accepted it.
right,
It's the bigger picture. I've accepted it, and I just look at it as opportunities,
right,
positive opportunities for me to grow, to learn, to
right,
better, to help someone, because I'm not going to stop helping anyone because that's how I was designed.
right,
I'm a giver and I'm thankful for it. I'm very
yeah,
thankful to know that that's who I am.
right,
And so that's just basically where I'm at this stage, and I'm just looking at what's next. Now I'm able to like go into my entrepreneurship with
yeah,
this esthetician business,
yeah,
and get on board more with that and be able to play with it more and just
right.
see where the next opportunity lies for me, the next level, the next stage lies for me.
Wow. So just know that all the things you may go through, there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Definitely.
There is a light. Well, I'm
Definitely.
excited and I'm glad that you came and shared your testimony because
Hmm.
there was some good information. Your testimony is lightning in itself because, like you said, you didn't know what you was gonna do, and your health was diminishing, and that was an opportunity for you to start being realistic with yourself and start checking on your health. And now you're
Hmm.
able to do because like now you can be a better Keisha for Keisha first.
Definitely.
Now
Yeah.
and then you can be able to help others. So that is
Hmm.
awesome. That is awesome. And then you
Yeah.
gave us some great tips. I know one of them was don't complain. Okay,
Hmm.
face it head on. Stay positive, you guys. No matter what go on, we have to stay positive. Be realistic. Don't be so like our head in the clouds, like, well, I don't believe they're gonna fire me, or I don't believe that this is going to happen. I can't believe they did this to me. Be realistic. Anything can happen. I'm telling you, you cannot let these people throw you for the sidebar.
And
You cannot.
guess what? Remember, they was calling me back.
Yeah, you was like,
yeah.
like you knew you had to take care of your health. You like, wait a minute, don't call me.
So I feel like my situation was a little bit more unique because, like, hey,
Right.
they was calling me back, like, girl, come on back here.
Because you was an asset, and they knew you was an
I
asset,
was
right? So they
definitely.
definitely did not want you to stay at home too long. You were
Mm-mm.
like, look, wait a minute. I have to stand up on my feet all day. I got to take care of my body first. I need to take care
That's
of
right.
it. So that's a good thing. You also mentioned about your emotional side. And then be
Mm-hmm.
able to just break it all down and be realistic. And then don't try to be like other people. Don't try to be
Right.
like other people. So that's a good thing. So all of those were some great tips and some great
Great.
guys. So I hope you all was taking notes and wrote that information down. If not, you can always go back and watch the replay. We shared it here live on YouTube, Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and Instagram. Hey, Instagram. And it's like, I'm
Hey.
just excited to have her here because
Yes.
Miss Keisha and I, we've known each other for years, and I've always just loved the way she carried herself and how she actually faced
Aw.
the challenges. Because like she said, she always had challenges. But that's why I wanted to have her on this evening because she is one in itself that can definitely give you the nuts and bolts because of the things
Mhm.
that she have gone through in her life. She can tell you that she's still standing.
I'm
Okay,
still
she
standing.
is still standing out of everything that has been thrown her way. She is still able to stand, and that is awesome, you guys. So if you know anyone
Yeah.
that can benefit this, that may not feel good about themselves, or may feel like "whoa, is why it's me," or what have you, just share this live with them, and let them know there is light at the end of the tunnel. Miss Keisha is a testimony itself, of myself as well. I've gone through some things as well, and just realizing that God got me. And guess
Mm-hmm.
what? If he had her and I, he have you as well. So
That's
don't give up
right.
on yourself. He have
Don't.
each and every one of us. You just have to know who your source is, and then he's able to help you and pull you out and pull you through. Well, I'm excited. Is there anything else you want to tell the people this evening, Miss
I
Keisha?
just want to also tell them that when you overcome the challenge or the obstacle, you feel good. You
Yeah,
definitely feel good.
you
You
do.
feel good about it. Just remember you need challenges. Like I said at one point, it
It's
makes you better. It
stretches.
stretches you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it stretches you and it just grow you and that's the beauty of being alive and being on, in life that
Right,
you're growing. If you're not growing, if you're still just being stagnated or
right.
unproductive, you need to take a
Yeah,
check yourself. Yeah, check
right.
yourself. Yeah, yeah. So that's
Awesome.
one of the um I guess one of my encouraging words to say for is to give somebody or just reiterate it for both of us. Yeah, I just feel like just remember that it's simple. You feel good when you overcome the challenge, when you
Yes.
overcome the obstacles. You feel
Right.
good about it. And I definitely, at this point, at this stage, I feel great. I feel amazing.
Yes.
Yes, yes, that's right.
Stepping
Challenges
stone
and
to
obstacles
success.
are stepping stones to success.
That is
And definitely, I am a success story. I am
and y'all just got an inkling of it this
an
evening.
inkling.
It's a whole lot more
Hmm.
to it. But
Yes.
due to time constraints, she just shared her recent situation, her recent obstacles with you all. But there is a whole lot more that goes on there. And just remember, they're just stepping stones, like Dr. Yumby just said. Like those are just stepping stones to your next level. And like it stretched
Hmm.
you. So it made you a better person. It didn't break
Oh
you.
yes,
It tried to
yes.
break you, but it didn't break you.
No,
That's
nope.
right. That's right. It didn't break you.
And
And
I
that's
receive
awesome.
that. I definitely receive it. I like I said, I look at the challenges as opportunities. Sometimes, you at the moment you're like, why me? But
Right.
you have to shake yourself out of it. You have
Mhm.
to really like tap yourself on the shoulder or, snap back. Whatever you could tell yourself. I usually say, girl, come on now.
Right. Talk to
you know.
yourself. Talk to yourself. That's right. You gotta talk to yourself.
Yeah,
Huh.
definitely.
Wow.
So yeah, I appreciate you having me tonight on a live
You're welcome.
on Kingdom Talk. I really do. You always reach back anytime, we disconnect, we always reconnect, and it's
Right.
always another great opportunity. We
Yes,
have fun. We,
yes,
we get into it, we talk about what we want to do, what we're going to do, and we do it. That's
yes,
the beauty. That's the beauty of, um I feel like, our relationship versus just okay, and then it never gets done.
yes. That's why
So,
iron sharpens iron, and you're able to pull back and able to.
mhm,
It's like God always deal with the people that I've connected to. He'll always keep you in my spirit. So when need be, when that like there's something going on, he'd be like, I need you to call such and such. I need you
mhm,
to such and such. I need you to
definitely.
text because you're connected to me spiritually. And so
Right,
allow me to make a phone call or to say, okay, what's going on? How you doing? And
right.
it just exposes itself. You're like, wow, that's why you've been in my spirit. That's how
Yes,
he had me praying for you. And that's
thank
absolutely
you.
always allow us to reconnect when it's time for us to reconnect. And that's like
Yes,
Dr. Yemi, she said, rock bottom is a good place to launch from. You got nothing to lose.
nothing to lose.
Exactly.
It's
Nothing.
always about gaining. It's a gain for me, definitely.
Wow.
And when you were saying up first, when we connect and you reach back, what I see the beauty of it is always, okay, this is what we about to do next. We always
Right.
like, we're like little
Yes.
girls,
Yes.
when at one point when you saw me doing something pertaining to the lashes many years ago, like you said
Yes.
early, you was like, come on up here. And
Right.
when I came, I was putting them lashes on you and everybody else in the
Everybody else,
town.
all blinking around here. We all blinking because she's a licensed esthetician. Let me ask you this because there may
Sure.
be some more ladies on here that wear lashes. What are
Okay.
some great, I'm just throwing this in. This is free, y'all. I'm just
Uh-huh.
throwing this in as far as the lashes go. What is
Yes.
a good, healthy way to keep your lashes, especially you may be wearing individuals or you may be wearing strips? What is a good, healthy way? What would be some good, healthy tips that you would recommend for us ladies to keep our natural eyelashes healthy?
Sure. And that's a great question that you asked, because that was behind my business. It wasn't just in your appearance enhancement. For me, it was always how to continue to take care of what's important, the
Right,
natural lashes.
right.
So something that's really inexpensive that we mostly have somewhere in our homes, olive oil is
Mm,
good to condition your lashes, as well as castor oil. Castor oil
mm,
helps regrow the lashes.
mm.
So,
Okay,
so you could put a little castor oil on a Q-tip and
right,
just saturate the eyelid with
right,
the castor oil, and you rest that night. I would recommend it to do it before you go to bed, so when your body is resting and you're in
right,
the renewal stages, as well as your skin and the lashes, everything is doing what it needs to do.
right.
The castor oil will definitely help condition the eyelids and the eyelashes, and then they will continue to grow and be healthy and strong. So that's one of the tips that I will tell you about taking care of your natural eyelashes.
Wow, that's awesome because I don't know about anybody else's on here, so you definitely
Hmm.
share this out about them lashes because we can. Ooh, Jesus, I can cut up with some lashes, Jesus. I can tore up all the lashes, Father. All the lashes be gone.
And I have told you better.
I know, and I'm like, can't you see these eyelashes now? She be like, better than I tell you, don't do them lashes.
Hmm.
Cause like if I'm going to bed at night, you wash your
Yeah,
face, you just pull the strips off. And she
right.
like, don't pull them strips off. I be
No.
forgetting. I just be excited to go to sleep. I just pull the lashes off and realize now I'm bald faced.
Hmm.
I'm bald faced. I done pulled my lashes out. Jesus help me. You know how I do. You know I'm gonna cut up. I done pulled my lashes out, Father.
Hmm.
So that's a good thing about having
Yes,
friends in high places. You
right.
know, look, okay,
Thank
what I
you.
need to do to get these lashes to grow back because I done tore all them off. So
Hmm.
that's a good thing, ladies. If you know someone that wear lashes, make sure they condition their natural lashes so they can keep healthy lashes under their
Right.
under their
Definitely.
artificial
And just
lashes.
buy you some castor oil. Go
Okay.
to the health food store. And that's the more natural type of castor oil I would recommend. They have also called a black Jamaican castor oil, which is
Yes, I have.
definitely good.
Yeah.
So perfect. So now you can start incorporating that into your regimen for is to do your lashes, and just sit it by the bed with a few Q-tips in a little package or a container, and then you like,
Right.
oh hey, and you just do it, especially when you're feeling tired or lazy and
Right.
you don't want to maybe have to get up. Some people are more scheduled and some people are like lackadaisy, but
Right.
whatever works for you. But
Mhm.
that's one of the less inexpensive ways to take care of your eyelashes.
But you said, Dr. Youngman, you need some lashes.
Well, hey, I listen, I'm the girl, I'm your lady,
I
I'm your
wish she was
eyelash.
good. I wish she was in Monroe. She's in here. She comes here and visit periodically, but she's
Mm-hmm.
in New York, Dr. UB. So, but
Tell
she
her I
can give
think.
us some tips. She can give us some tips on what to do while we here in Monroe. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, but yeah, I think we all be needing some lashes to keep our lashes healthy. Because
Yes.
the last set of lashes I had took away chunks. See, you like me?
Okay,
Took
so
away all your lashes.
Dr. Yumby, when Belle started putting my different no contact information, whatever one you grasp, just reach out to me. It won't be a problem at all, and we could go from there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So with that being said, you guys, share this out because I know I ain't the only one be tearing up my lashes. I know I ain't the only one. Dr.
You're
Yummy
not.
just said she'd tore hers off too. So
Yeah.
guess what? We got the licensed esthetician in here with us this evening. So
Yes.
she just gave us some tips on what we need to do to get our
Mm-hmm.
lashes to grow back. So I'm gonna share some information. Okay, awesome. She says she will. So what I'm
Yes.
gonna do is I'm gonna share her information here with you all now because she's not here locally in Louisiana, but she is in New York, and but she is you can't catch her online. Her email address is Keisha Jeffries 231 at gmail.com. And her YouTube is this right here. So you might have to come back and Keisha, if you can, I don't know if you can share it or not. If you can, or we'll do it after the live. She'll come back and
Okay.
put this link in the live on Facebook. That way you can
Yes.
click on it for her YouTube. And she also have a Twitter. Her Twitter is at Jeffrey Keisha. That's a Twitter. Okay, so those are some ways that you can definitely reach out to her. And her business is called Expression Skincare, and she is a specialist. Okay, so that's great. I'm excited
Yes.
be able to share this information. Let me ask while I got this esthetician on here, because say, you know what, you got to get what you can get when you're on here. So
That's
let me ask,
right.
because some more people may want to know this as well as for skincare, because you are a
Mm-hmm.
skincare specialist. What do you recommend as far as night care when you're getting ready to go to bed? What do you recommend that we do with our skin before you go to bed?
Okay, so let's break it down a little bit for me to know what you're saying as
Like
recommendation.
to cleanse your skin and
Definitely.
make sure.
So if you're a makeup wearer, I would definitely recommend some type of nice makeup removal. I preferably use makeup wipes,
Okay.
something with witch hazel or vitamin E or vitamin C or aloe vera, and just completely remove the makeup off. If you feel like it's not giving you what you're looking for as the cleansing, use a really nice skincare cleanser according to your skin type. Always remember that if you don't know your skin type, you can definitely reach out to me and we could talk about it, and I could give you a skin analysis on the phone, or we can video chat, and I could pretty much tell what's going on once I ask you a few questions. But first, a cleanser will definitely be good at night, and then follow up with a nice moisturizer. And if we want to go a little bit further, we could do a serum. You could start working with the eyes. So it's a plethora of information regarding your skincare for its nighttime regimen. But the two basic things is cleansing, removing any debris, any makeup, and then follow up with a nice moisturizer.
Awesome.
Hmm.
That's great information because I know I'm bad. I'm real bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all here on Facebook land everywhere. Y'all could know I don't do it all the time. I
Okay.
don't I don't do it all the time, but I do wash my face, but I don't
Sure.
do my regimen. I'm very good at doing my regimen when I wake up in the morning.
Okay.
Pick a regimen that I utilize every time I get up, and especially before I put on any kind of makeup.
Good.
I have a little regimen that I utilize before I put on makeup. But that going to bed thing, because my time is so
Hmm.
different and it's so
True.
off. I may be up working 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and forgot I even got on makeup and just went
Okay.
to bed, right? But then
Hmm.
I make sure when I think about it, like you said with the wipes, I have something there right there by me, and I go ahead and remove it
Mhm.
No, I might be in the bed, but I'll go ahead and remove it. And then again, but that's one thing I got to stop doing though. Again, because I snatched them lashes off. I snatch them off right beside the bed, and I just lay them on the side until I get up in the next morning. That's what I got to stop doing. I got to
Okay.
stop doing that. So that's good that she told us as far as what to do. She told
Now,
us what to do for that.
now, why are you? Let me ask you this: why are you snatching them off? Why you just can't just kind of gently remove them off of your eyelid? Because remember, the eyelid is the most sensitive skin area of the whole body.
Yes,
So just
and
think
I feel it.
about,
I feel it
yeah,
too.
you're feeling it, right?
I
So
feel it.
you
Yeah.
feeling it when you're doing it, and now you feeling it as I'm explaining and opening your understanding about that particular area of of the skin. So just think about that as like a baby's bottom, your eyelids, your eyelashes, the skin around the eye is so delicate.
Yes.
And so just when you're removing the lashes, just take a moment. Don't just snatch them off because you've gotten tired of them. And I know you've been wearing them probably about 10, 12, 13 hours, batting, looking,
Exactly.
being cute. They in the way by
Yeah.
now because you're ready to go to
Like,
sleep. Right.
yeah.
So just take a moment and just slightly gently remove them off of your eyelids, and then place them wherever you choose. I usually recommend keeping the eyelash tray, if
Okay.
you're wearing strips, next to the bed or somewhere in your reach, so
Okay.
you can place the lashes back on the tray, because that's how they keep their shape and their form, as well as the debris from the dust in the air and things of that nature that won't collect on your lashes. So just
Awesome.
keep that in mind about snatching them off. I just don't
Right.
want to hear you saying
Yeah,
that again.
I'm bad with that. I'm real bad with snatching.
Hmm.
I'm bad with snatching. So what I got to do though, because you have gave us this tip, what I have to do is beside my bed, I got to put a little oil. A
Put
little
your oil.
put my
Hmm.
oil. That way I can lace it with my finger and then lay that
Perfect.
and it'll come out better. I
I
got
know you're
it
gonna
now.
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna snatch him no more. Ain't gonna snatch him no more.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
Definitely.
sure I get because I got my daughter. She do oil for hair growth oil,
Okay.
so I get
Hmm.
some of her oil and it has the coconut. It have all it in it. So
Okay.
look, I probably be putting that on there anyway, and then
Right.
just take the lash off with the oil. So I just start doing it. So
You could
ladies,
definitely. Now,
yeah,
are you wearing these lashes again? If you're gonna use the oil to remove it, remember you're gonna saturate the lashes with the
with
oil.
oil. Well, I have a lot of them. I have a lot.
Okay. Good. All
So
right. No problem.
I don't. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Don't put those back on after you've done oiled them down. Now you need to
Hmm.
wash them. Now you
Hmm.
because I
You
have
need to
done that
clean.
before. You have to clean them before you go and put them back on your face once you've oiled them down. So that's another thing.
Right.
Before you oil your lashes down, make sure you got another pair of something on the side, or you got time to go rinse them off or wash them off before you put
Right.
them back on again. So
Yeah,
yeah,
because
so
they're
that
not gonna work. That's not
I
gonna
know right,
work.
they go slide off,
Mhm.
whoop, slide back off your face. You be
Right,
talking,
but
go hang to the side. Yeah,
right, but the great thing you said earlier about your skincare regimen is very strong in the morning. At
very.
least it's something in the course of you preparing for the day. At least you're doing something versus at night, like you say, your schedule. And I thought about that. Like your schedule is basically kind of like a open schedule, so
Right.
you can't really say, oh, I'm programmed or
On
I have a routine. And
right.
I definitely respect that and understand that, because that's
Mhm.
like myself. So definitely the makeup wipes will be great, just to remove the makeup. We just want to remove the
Yeah,
makeup and the debris from the course of the day, or the
yeah,
pollen and the pollution from the
right.
course of the day. And the makeup wipes usually pick up at least 60 to 75% of that, what's been going on your skin, or what's laying on your skin. And then in the morning you follow up with your skincare regimen for its cleansing, serums, eye creams, moisturizing, things of that nature. So you'll be fine. You'll definitely be fine.
Well, great. You
You
got
want to make fun. You want to make fun out of your skincare. You want to make it not as technical and difficult, because it's just a part of. It's just applying it just like you would apply your shoes or your shirt or your pair of pants. Just make it fun. It's just about just taking care of yourself and having fun with it.
that's great.
Hmm.
I'm excited because I mean that was free, y'all. That wasn't even on the
Yes.
program. That wasn't even on the program. That wasn't even on the program. So, but I thought about it. She's a licensed esthetician. She can give us some tips about our skincare and our lashes as well, because I know she works with lashes all the time. So there was just some great information. I just hope you all enjoyed this live, and please share this out with those individuals that you know can benefit with overcoming obstacles. Later on next month, I will have a course on overcoming obstacles. So stay tuned to hear about that. If you're interested in being on the list to receive the information on overcoming obstacles, put your email in the comment section and I'll reach out to you. I'll let you know the exact date when we're going to release that course at the end of next month as far as overcoming obstacles. Well, you guys, I'm excited. I'm glad that Miss Keisha came with us to share this information with us today. It has been great.
Yes.
I have enjoyed it. I have given you all her contact information. I'm going to give you her email one more time. If there is something that you may need to ask her, and she's also right here on Facebook. If you want to reach out to her under Keisha Jeffries, right here on Facebook. She's also on Instagram, YouTube at Keisha Jeffries Esthetician on YouTube. So if you have any questions, you can probably reach her better or quicker here on Facebook. Because I know she has a busy schedule now as well. So she'll be able to reach out and give you all some great tips and some information about your care and your eye care and your eyewear.
Right. As well as your obstacles and your challenges. I mean, I'm well versed. Listen, I'm well versed in a lot of areas of life. So
yes, she is. Yes, she is. Because she's been through it, you all. I can testify. She's been through a lot of things and overcome them. So that's why I wanted to make sure she was on to share with you all this evening as far as overcoming those obstacles. Well, you guys, that's it. We're about to end the broadcast right now. She have given us her final words, even with her final tips on skincare and eye care. So I'm excited about that. So until next time, you guys, be blessed.
Yes.